Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode number 45, and we are going to start things off with a pretty fun battle. So we are here in Flossacy Town, one of the first towns we went to in the game, and as you might remember, this town is home to Alder, the previous champion of Unova before we beat him in the previous game, and then I expect at some point our character decides to leave to travel or something, and then Iris becomes the new champion. So I was looking up the levels of the Pokemon of all the really cool trainers we get to face in the next few episodes, or next, I don't know, dozen episodes or so. And I was very careful to try to avoid spoilers as much as I could and only look at like the level of the first Pokemon and make a little list here. But I realized Alder's is only level 61, so it's a lot lower than some of the others. And because of that, we're going to try to face him as soon as we possibly can, since that Pokemon are already just a little bit overleveled. And there he is. Oh, you've come! Could I spar with you, the strongest trainer in the Unova region? Oh, my heart jumps for joy. Well then, prepare yourself for battle. Kya! Thought we might go outside to his little battlefield he has there. But this works too. Pokemon Trainer Alder. And he leads with Excelgor. Saw one of those not too long ago when we were facing the Shadow Triad, although theirs was a higher level. Alright, so nothing we have is super effective. Let's go for Dragon Claw. And Excelgor, of course, is very fast. I think has a pretty good special attack stat, too. Let's see if Dragon Claw will be a knockout or if it will hold on. It might be a knockout because Haxorus is pretty strong. It is, yay. Good job, Alton. And that XP brings us one step closer to Outrage, which we'll probably get by level at this rate. Bouffalant, one of Alder's signature Pokemon. And we should be faster, so let's go for Superpower. Bouffalant is normal type, just like Tauros. And this should do a lot of damage, probably a knockout, yeah. It's a 120 base power move, and Alden has a very high attack stat. Now, of course, at this point our attack and defense are lowered, so that might make it more difficult to defeat whoever he brings in next. But so far, we're on a roll. And Conkeldurr, that's cool. That's not a Pokemon he had last time, I'm pretty sure. Wonder if he was inspired by his mentee, Marshall's Conkeldurr. Let's go back to Dragon Claw. Could also switch out and try to reset the stats, but we're already damaged, so probably going to be hard to come back in later. And Stone Edge, interesting choice. I would have used a fighting move. If that is the move you chose after serious consideration, that's fine. It is indeed. And I guess we'll find out if Alder has any full restores. Because unless this crits, it'll probably bring Conkeldurr into full restore range. I don't know why he used Stone Edge. I guess it's just like, I don't know. Because Earthquake is the same damage as Stone Edge, but wouldn't miss. And it's weird he didn't use a fighting attack. Very surprising. Alright, let's bring in Russ, since flying is super effective against fighting. We still only have two flying gems. I'm going to save them for like two of our later battles. Alright, he does have a full restore, but I'm pretty sure Acrobatics will be a one-hit knockout because Russ also has an incredibly high attack stat, and Acrobatics is a very strong move. Kind of curious to see if Russ or Alton has a higher attack stat. They're both very high. I guess I could have looked right there, but... And Escavalier, however you say that, only weak to fire. We could switch into a fire Pokemon. Let's go. Oh, actually, Rock Slide. No, never mind. Rock Slide's not going to be in Steel. Duh. Let's go for Acrobatics, see what it wants to do. Probably Iron Head or something like that. So maybe U-turn would have been better. We could have switched in Bassa. Yep, Iron Head. Alright, well, we'll see how much damage this does. Ooh, a lot of damage. Wow. 1 HP. Barely survived that. Okay. I could use U-turn and switch, but U-turn wouldn't knock it out, whereas Acrobatics should, so... Let's get the knockout, and then we should still be faster than the next Pokemon, because Defeatus does not decrease our speed. Braviary, a very cool Pokemon. Normal and flying. Do I go for Rock Slide, which might knock it out, or do I just switch out? Ironically, we don't really have any other Pokemon that are good against flying types. We don't really have any Ice Pokemon or even Ice moves. Electric, we have Bassa, but he's weak to flying, so I think I might just have to stay in and hope that Rock Slide is either a knockout or a flinch. I think Braviary actually has a decent defense stat, though, more so than most normal Flying Bird Pokemon. Do we get the flinch? No. And his Rock Slide also hits. So Rock Slide versus Rock Slide, but did a good job, Russ. Alright. I guess I probably should have used U-turn against Escavalier and then switched out. So, can't use Asper or Bassa because they're both weak to flying. So should we bring in Nim or should we bring in Flow? Let's bring in Nim. And we should be faster. Which means we should be able to get off a really good Dark Pulse here. Which I imagine will knock out Braviary. And so it does. And Volcarona, his best Pokemon, his other signature Pokemon, and I think his last one. Woohoo, your inexhaustible fighting spirit. Impressive. Yes, his last one indeed. And this is good because since we're disguised as a fire type, Volcarona is not going to use a bug attack against us, which would be super effective if it knew we were a Zoroark. Alright, bug and fire. Dark Pulse is still the way to go. Let's see how much damage this does. Volcarona is pretty tough, yeah. Ooh, Quiver Dance. That is a very good and very dangerous move. I kind of wish we had saved Rust now, because Rust would have been super effective against Volcarona. Quiver Dance, as you can see, increases its speed, special attack, and special defense. So it's kind of like the special equivalent of Dragon Dance, except it increases special defense as well. So basically Calm Mind with a speed boost. Aha! And it's trying to use Psychic thinking we're a fighting type. Very cool. Now here's the dilemma, is that I don't want it to keep using Psychic, because I feel like that's not fair to like the AI, where it's just going to keep using that until we defeat it. So, should I switch though? Like, what do I want to do here? Let's switch into... So I want to bring in Flow, but I don't want to switch into Flow and take a Psychic attack. I could bring in the real Bassa, but then like this is our ace in the hole. It is his last Pokemon. Alright, let's bring in Asper here. And see what Volcarona does. Hopefully it doesn't do more Quiver Dancing. Because if it does, we could be in trouble. But I think it'll probably go for the kill with like Flamethrower or Bug Buzz. Or it might even have its signature move. Can't remember what it's called, like Flame Dance or something like that. Alright, let's go with Return. And, oh, Silver Wind. Okay, that's an interesting choice for a bug move. It does have a 10% chance of raising all your stats, which thankfully did not kick in there. But it's less base power than Bug Buzz. So that could be really good for us then. I'm going to bring in Flow. Now, normally I would go for a Rain Dance, but I'm just not sure if after the Rain Dance will be faster. I don't want to like have it attack us with Silver Wind, use Rain Dance, and then have it attack us again with Silver Wind. But it is nice that we are actually going to be resisting its most powerful move, which is probably Flamethrower. Now, okay, Poison is good against Grass, but not necessarily good against Bug. I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. So yeah, Surface super effective, that's the way to go. Let's just go for it. So Volcarona is faster. Silver Wind and Psychic should be tied for as much damage as they do. Ooh, okay. This is going to be really interesting with the special defense increase it has. Yeah, not a knockout. Ooh. Good, that strength is good, but I'm going to send it back to you. Alright, he might use a full restore again. No, Silver Wind, which is probably going to be a knockout. So here's the dilemma I have, which I don't really like, is that we're only going to defeat him because of our illusion ability. And it's not so much because of the illusion ability. I don't mind winning because of that. I think that's actually really cool. What I mind is that the AI is not smart enough to realize that... is not smart enough to realize the trick. Okay, I guess what I'll do... So my options are either to like abuse the AI and bring out Nim again in disguise, or bring out Bassa. If I bring out Bassa, it's going to use Psychic against Bassa, Silver Wind against Nim, and with the stat increase, that's going to be a one-hit knockout to both. I guess I can kind of justify it, though, saying that because it's the first time I switched Nim back out again, he could think it's the real Bassa and not know for sure. So I think we are going to win because of illusion. Just like with, was it Caitlyn, where we were doing really well. But I suppose that's still better than losing. Let's see, what would I have done if I was in his position? Would I have risked the Psychic? Or would I have used... Yes, it would have been a mind game at that point. Because if he uses Bug Buzz and it's the real Bassa, I win. But But if he uses Psychic, but it's Nim, I win. But if he does the opposite and uses Bug Buzz and it's Nim, or Psychic and it's Bassa, then he wins. So it would have been a coin flip if it's like a human opponent. That's the champion for you. So don't feel too bad about that in that case. And who is this guy? You can tell by the hair that he's related. Gramps! I did it! I did it! I did it! The Black Tower! I made it to the top. Why, if it isn't Benga? Are you serious, boy? Hey, Gramps! You know how strong I am. Hey, hey. Who's that? His name is Uno. He's the strongest trainer in the Unova region. I knew it. That trainer smells tough. Okay. How about it, Benga? Do you want to spar, perhaps? No. I know that trainer's strong, and I want to battle. But those Pokemon haven't been through enough. Me and my Pokemon, we climbed to the top of the Black Tower. You do that too. Then we'll see who's stronger. Let's try hard to be the best. Later, Gramps and Uno. Alright, he's got a lot of fire in him for sure. He's a lively one, even for my grandson. I'll explain what he was talking about. He challenged a place called the Black Tower, which appeared in Black City. You'll find out what kind of place it is if you go there. An ordinary trainer, however, can't make it to where he is. So that's the story. If you'd like, you should take the challenge as well. Alright, we certainly will. Maybe not right away, though, because Benga is actually, by level, the strongest trainer in this game. His Pokemon in challenge mode are level 85. However, he only has 3 of them. They're very strong Pokemon. I think 1 or 2 are actually legendaries. But let's go heal up and get Altaria for flying. So we'll probably do him last, even though the trainers... There's also 2 trainers who have level 80 Pokemon, but a full team of them. We're level 80 and 82, I think it is. So you can kind of argue like which is really the strongest. It's a team of 80 Pokemon with 182, stronger than a team with 385s. But then the 85s have like legendaries, so... I don't know. Toss the coin. We'll probably do Brega last. Is it Brega or Benga? I wrote Brega, but I think it's actually Benga. I do need to get Altaria, though. Because I think for the rest of this episode, we are going to do... Oh, what should we do? Let's go to Route 15, which is near Black City, and defeat some trainers there and get Earthquake, which will be good for 3 of our team members. In fact, 4 if you include Altaria. And I don't think we're going to be ambushed again, so maybe I'll leave him in the PC for a little bit, since he doesn't know any TM moves. I did teach Altaria Flamethrower as well, so we have Fly, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, and Dragon Dance, which is not a really bad moveset. It's a little weird that we only have 1 physical attack to go with Dragon Dance. I could replace it for like Ice Beam, or I don't think Altaria can learn Thunderbolt. It could learn Earthquake, so when we get Earthquake, we can teach it to Altaria, which will be good. But I might just replace Flamethrower with it. We'll see. Alright, let's head eastward. A route that I believe was blocked before. I'm also a little curious. If you guys will indulge me real quick. What is this? Is this the... That's the theater. Don't want to go in there. I'm kind of curious if the trainers in like the big stadium level up now we've beaten the Pokemon League. For some reason, part of my brain feels like they do. But let's see about that. I do see a lot of trainers here, which bodes well. And if they're really weak, then we're just going to have a really easy battle. Maybe I should have used Altaria or even Drillbur for fun. We got to use Drillbur at some point, too. 6 Pokemon, but she's a Pokemon breeder. Oh, and Swindu. That's not a good sign. Okay, they are higher level. That's good to know. So if I need to do some training to increase the levels of our team, this could be a really good place to do it. Superpower is super effective, but I don't want to use that when we have 5 more opponents to face, so let's go with Dragon Claw. It is a knockout, very good. See, if she had like a Piloswine or Mamoswine, Mamoswine would be so cool to face. But instead she has all these unevolved Pokemon that are going to be super easy. Oh, look at Gible, another Dragon type. Dragon Claw should definitely be a knockout here. So yeah, really our goal at this point in the game is just to level up to get some good TMs and stuff. Let's stick with Dragon Claw. Dig is also super effective, but just for expediency, we'll use Dragon Claw. To get our team's levels up, to get the black glasses when spring comes. Or I could always get the Dread Plate if we get to a point where spring just isn't here yet and I really want an item for Nim. And yeah, get our team in tip-top fighting shape and then defeat all these really strong trainers. So for me, this is always the most exciting part of the game. Once your team is like in its final form, you've been raising them and teaching them moves, getting levels, getting items, evolving. And now at the end of the game, or close to the end of the game, they're finally at the very best they can be. And now you get to use the team you built to take on some of the greatest challenges in the game. And some really cool Pokemon too. This is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, according to my list, we have, oh, let's see, okay, we already beat Alder, so that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 more battles to go against high-level trainers. And I'm counting the, oh, rare candy, that's cool. I'm counting the Shadow Triad. I can't remember their name. The Shadow Triad is one trainer in that case, since you face them kind of back to back to back. And I counted the Elite Four and the Champion rematches separately. So that would be 20. Also, there's one trainer we get to face with technically 5 different teams. So one trainer's on this list 5 times, but with 5 very different teams. All high level and very powerful. So I think those will be really fun and really tough fights too. Alright, heal up our team. And then we will head... I guess we'll grab Nim while we're here. And then we'll head eastward to Route 15 and to Black City. I had forgotten that we hadn't actually been to Black City proper yet, so... Alright, Altaria can go back to the PC for now. And I believe Route 15 is east of Nimbasa, so that is where we'll go. I'll switch Alton now too, since I feel like he's getting probably a little carried away with experience. Back in the day, I used to always make sure my Pokemon were like exactly the same level. Like as soon as one got a level, next fight I would switch them out. But yeah, let's bring in Basa because she is falling a little behind. Now I'm a little less religious about it. Like if they're in the same general area, that's fine. I just want to get 2 ahead. This is called the Battle Train. All aboard. Sounds good to me. Also, I really hope that my voice sounds okay and that the video, it looks okay. My USB ports, or USB bus, whatever you call the thing inside the PC with the USB and the power button on it. Let's use Thurblitz. Oh wait, was he level 27? I guess Thurblitz is probably good anyway. Oh, interesting. I guess you could go this route a long time ago, and we just never did. Alright, maybe I should have brought Altaria or Excadrill. But hopefully they'll get to a higher level soon. I'm going to try to avoid some of these guys in case this is a low-level route. Tomorrow will be a home run. Must be some baseball players. Yeah, so I probably... it was just one USB port that was I used to plug into plug in stuff into it, and it would freeze the PC. I don't know if it was an electrical short or something. Something really weird was happening, so I just stopped using that one slot. And then I got one of those USB splitters. Oh yeah, we're interesting. Okay. All my moves are recoil moves, so we'll just use Wild Charge. I think Wild Charge has the least recoil damage. 1/4 compared to Flare Blitz's 3rd, and Head Smash's half. We will get Earthquake though once we get this TM, then it'll be a little less recoily. Yeah, now there's one port that wouldn't even recognize anything, and I was like, what is going on? And then I'm using a different port now, but even that was having issues until I jiggled it around some. So maybe it's the whole thing is just, past its prime. It is almost 10 years old. I guess a little over 9 years old. Ah, another trainer, okay. Yeah, I really wish we had Excadrill or Altaria or something different here. But I don't think it's really worth it to go back and get them just for this. I think we'll just power through with our overlevel Pokemon and hopefully make it to the area with the higher level trainers soon. At least I assume there's an area with higher level trainers. There's definitely a TM you can only get here once you have beaten the Pokemon League. At least I think it's once you've beaten the Pokemon League. Otherwise, it feels like this would be much too early in the game to get Earthquake. I'm going to feel really silly if that's the case. Maybe this bridge was closed. It could be that item there, but I don't know. Is that Route 15 or is this route 14 or 16? Maybe only over the bridges the next route. The Marvelous Bridge is very nice, very fancy. I like this one. Very modern. Kind of Calatravan, if any of you are architecture fans. Let's say yes. And again, you guys might be mad at me if I defeat a legendary Pokemon. There it is, Cresselia. But I feel like if you can do this in any game, I probably caught it in the last game. So I don't really need another Cresselia. But let's face it, maybe not with Bossa. Maybe with Flo. So I'm not sure what level it is. And if we happen to get to like a low HP, I'll try to catch it. But again, I'm going to force myself not to be too worried about it. 68, pretty good level. It's a kind of weird level for a legendary, though. Usually they're like, you know, like a round number, like 65 or 70 or something. All right, we're probably faster. Although, you know, oh, we're not faster. Okay. Cresselia is very bulky, but I guess it's also decently fast. It's a very annoying Pokemon to face in competitive battling, I will tell you that. Very strong. Let's use Rain Dance for the speed boost and for the power boost to Surf. Because Cresselia is very hard to take down, and it does have Moonlight to restore its HP. Now, fortunately, I think Moonlight only has 5 power points, so that's good news. That reminded me, I was going to use our PP Max on one of our Pokemon, but I can't remember which one. I felt like somebody's main attack was like a 5 power point attack. Maybe on Superpower for Bossa? But we at least have like, or maybe it was our main attack before we got Flare Blitz. Alright, Slash. Let's use Earth Power. Oh, duh, Levitate. I knew that. I totally knew that. Alright, let's use Surf. See if it hangs on. If it doesn't, then we'll just keep moving on. It did not, okay. Yeah, my instinct is always to catch legendaries, because, like, they're one of a kind. Like, you're not going to get another chance, but, like, I'm not going to use a Cresselia, like, ever. I don't do competitive battling in this generation anymore, and if I did, I would do it on, what's it called? Whatever that program is, the Shoddy Battle or Smogon? Is it through Smogon, I think? Whatever it is. I think they changed the name at some point. But I would do it online, and I'm not going to use it in a playthrough because it's just not probably the best Pokemon to use in a playthrough. I probably won't even play through these games in a very long time, so yeah, there's just not really a reason to catch it and to take the time to do that. And truly marvelous, and also a bridge. And this did say Route 15, I think, right? Let's try that one more time. Yep, cool. This is where I want to be. That's where I want to be. And if I did really want one, I'm sure I have one from my other playthroughs. Playthrough. I will unveil my Pokemon to you. They're the best in the world. Hopefully they're high level now, because I feel like this bridge might have been cut off before, I hope. And now we're going to be facing some high level trainers. Okay, not fully evolved. It'd be cool to face an Arcanine, but at least they're high level, so I'll take that. In fact, they're higher level than ours are. Intimidate, okay. Doesn't matter to us because we are a special attacker. I'm going to be a little risky here and use Rain Dance. We actually were faster already, but he has 3 Pokemon, so... Outrage, okay, that could be scary. Interesting move choice. We did hold on, though. See, if that was an Arcanine, that would have been a really good attack. I love Arcanine, by the way. I probably said that. It's one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. I think the last time I trained one was in my Pokemon Red playthrough, and that was kind of cool, like playing with an Arcanine in its original form. Okay, now we have a Stoutland facing us, so I'm very glad I switched, or not switched. I'm very glad I used Rain Dance. I did also train Arcanine kind of in Scarlet. I had this team that I made that not quite a one-hit knockout even with the Rain Dance. But good job, Flo. Trying to bring in some backup. That I really just use kind of for fun. Like, I just thought it'd be really cool to have to train like an Arcanine and a Dragonite and some of my other favorite Pokemon, Garchomp and Hydreigon. Not to really use for anything necessarily. Maybe I'll use them against the Pokemon League at some point once I've beaten the game. But just to kind of see them in 3D and train them in the open world, and it was a lot of fun. So Again, see, this would be a good time to really have Earthquake, which we'll get in a little bit. Because it'd be nice to have a move that we could just use and not take recoil damage with. Unfortunately, this guy has a full restore, which I was not expecting, so... Luckily, we could use Wild Charge followed up with a Flare Blitz or a Superpower. Superpower would definitely be a one-hit knockout, but it looks like Flare Blitz will as well. In fact, Wild Charge is almost a two-hit knockout itself. But with damage variation, it might not be, so let's use Flare Blitz. I tend to prefer Flare Blitz instead of Superpower when all else is equal. Oh, how is that not a knockout? Does it have like Thick Fat or something? Interesting. Well, that was a series. Okay. Oh, the rain. I sabotaged myself with the rain. That's it. Forgot that it was still raining. Yeah, rain halves the damage of fire attacks. So because of that, it survived. But it was burned, which decreased its attack stat by half. So that would have been good if we had to survive the Giga Impact. Then it missed. So that was like a whole... So many things happened in like those 2 seconds. My brain could barely keep up, and my mouth certainly couldn't. But alright, now we are against a Dark type. And now it's good to use Superpower because it's the last move of the fight, in which case my preference switches. Because suddenly stats matter less, and health matters more. Although I'll probably use some potions after this anyway. But it might save us a potion. Your Pokemon are also cute, but my Pokemon are charming. Well, good. See, if you had like a Houndoom and a Arcanine, that'd be really cool. Trained a Houndoom as part of my Brilliant Diamond secondary team. Yeah, so on Scarlet, which is not the one I'm doing a Let's Play of, I was just playing that for fun. But I kind of have 3 teams, honestly. Like my main team, a secondary team I used to play with friends, and then like this third just kind of whenever I'm like bored and well, I don't really do it anymore, but I used to like train them, like level them up. And whatever that like island is in like the southwest of the map, just for fun. And they got to level 60 something pretty quickly, actually. All right, we'll keep Flo out in the lead. Do I have a Pokemon called Rotom? I do not have a Rotom. Sorry. I don't really want to Ditto. Maybe I do for like breeding, but I probably would do that in a different game. So now I don't really know where Earthquake is. I just know it's somewhere in this route. Are they from the Poco Transfer? Yeah, this is where you can actually transfer Pokemon from previous generations into this game. At least I'm pretty sure that's what this is. And I don't think any of them are from a previous generation. They're all Gen 5 Pokemon. Some of them were traded from a previous game. X-Defend, interesting choice. Makes sense for a scientist, I guess. See, again, like if this was a Swalot, that'd be kind of... It still wouldn't be that strong. Oh, I should have used Earth Power. Just thought of that. Not that it really mattered, but obviously ground is good against poison. And Garbodor, also a cool Pokemon, though we've seen plenty of those. Definitely good to use Earth Power here. And it's fun to use Earth Power, not just Earthquake. Because like tons of Pokemon and tons of teams have Earthquake, but I don't get as much of a chance to use Earth Power. I guess the Nidoking I trained in Omega Ruby did have Earth Power. Always had a bit of a soft spot for special attacks, you could say. And Magnezone, doubly weak to Earth Power. It's funny how she has like an unevolved Gulpin, but then a fully evolved Magnezone. It does have Sturdy. Okay, it didn't use... Well, I could have used Levitate, but even so, it wouldn't have really mattered too much. We'll finish it off with a Surf. Alright, a fun battle. So once our Pokemon all hit level 66, we'll do our next fun battle. Not that these aren't fun as well, but our next rematch battle, I should say. Well, Pokemon, I might face one or two just for XP and to see what we have here. Gligar. Gligar's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever trained a Gliscor. And I probably still won't. It's one of those ones I just had trouble fitting onto like one of my team plans. Or maybe I have, I don't know. But I feel like it's not one of the ones I ended up deciding to go with for my future, like, I think I'm going to do Soul Silver and Platinum boss battle series. Just because there's so many cool Pokemon. It also flying types. I don't like to train more than one of the same type on the same team, usually, if I can help it. And I think they're just cooler flying types. Like, I want to train a Salamence again, because it's been a long time since I trained one of those. At least, like, in-game in a normal playthrough. I did train one for the the battle tower in Alpha Sapphire. Alright, so we're facing a grass type, our nemesis as a water and ground type, but this is exactly the situation we have a Sludge Wave for, so cool to finally have a chance to use it. Unfortunately, there are no grass types in the Pokemon League in this game. At least I don't think there are. So, didn't have a chance to use it then, but good to have for coverage just in case. And for all I knew, we might have had Flo facing like a Dragonite or a Salamence or an Altaria, so in those situations it also would be good to have Sludge Wave. So I'm still glad I got it, even though we didn't end up using it. And Krogunk is a poison and fighting type, so let's switch to Earth Power. Down it goes, super effective. So yeah, 66 is our next goal, and then we can seek out another trainer to face. Oh, I was thinking I was going to go up that way, but I guess I can't. Alright, so how do I get up? Oh, I guess I go, okay, wait a minute. Can't get anything past me. I've got a lot of items in my backpack. I'll use them to secure victory. We'll see about that. So yeah, we'll defeat her, and then we'll grab that item, and whether or not it's Earthquake, we'll probably start a new episode and continue onward. Yeah, we will have, once we get Earthquake, we'll teach it to us, as I think I've said before now, 3 team members, which means 4 of our Pokemon will have ground attacks, but it goes to show that ground is like one of the best attacking types in the game. There are just a lot of Pokemon types that are weak to ground. Electric, Rock, Steel, Fire. And it has pretty good neutral coverage as well. It's immune, or rather flying Pokemon are immune to it, and Pokemon with Levitate. So that kind of balances it out a little bit. Makes it a little bit risky to use in a fight where your opponent could switch into a flying type. But it's great for coverage. And what else is it resisted by? It's resisted by Grass, Bug, and is that it? I feel like that's it. Going through kind of the types in my head, see if there's anything else, but I feel like that's... Oh, and not fighting. Yeah, I think it's only resisted by Grass, Bug, and immune. Flying types are immune to it. Alright, we'll leave off Flow for a second, just because the only thing we're likely to face is wild Pokemon. And we come back, I'll use a Repel as well, just so we're not facing so many wild Pokemon. A Sawk hopefully does not have Sturdy. Getting low on power points too. I don't know if it has Sturdy, but it did use Endure, which is annoying. Maybe we'll use Sludge Wave to finish it off. I was going to say we could have used Sludge Wave before and gone for the Poison chance, which would go through Endure. Endure does not let you survive through status effects, I'm pretty sure. But honestly, it wouldn't have done enough damage, so Sawk is pretty strong. Alright, and this mystery item, is it Earthquake? It is a Max Potion. Less exciting. Alright, well, our search for Earthquake continues, but it will have to continue in the next episode, because that is all for me for now. So, thank you guys for watching, keep being awesome, and I'll see you again soon.